What's going on, guys and gals? This is Autotech. You're going to notice something's a little bit different. If you're moving around with your phone, it's probably making you a little bit sick right now. But have no fear, because all you got to do is just sit still and take a watch. So, as you can tell by now, I've got myself a nice new camera. A nice 360 degree camera. One of them flat 360 4Ks, if you're, absolutely curious. This is going to be a experimentation process. I've never really used it out on the bike, and the microphone isn't hooked up directly to this thing. It is like I'm using my Senna stuff, and then I'm going to overlay the audio and whatnot, but we'll have to see how that goes. I'm using this as just a trial run. It's really cold out, like it's not even 0 degrees. If you go ahead and hit that pause button right about now and take a look around, there's a whole ton of snow to my left, and so that's why we're also riding on the Z125. If you were following me on Instagram, I picked this thing up in February, and funny enough, this thing happens to be the only bike of mine that is registered at the moment. I had to register this thing in order to take it home for some weird reason. Like usually they just want proof of insurance or something like that, but whatever, they made me register it. And it kind of works out for the best because now I have a bike that's registered at the moment. Whereas usually I don't register them until I'm like literally getting on the road, And with the forecast the way it is over the next couple of weeks, I don't really see a point in registering the Yamaha or the Harley. Alright, so I decided to turn the camera off at that light there just to kind of see how it's going to work out for when I'm linking the videos together. I kind of played with it a little bit, like at my house and whatnot, so hopefully it works out pretty good. I didn't really try doing multiple clips together, so that could make for an interesting time. But that's what this is all about. Like, this might not even make it to YouTube, or I might like throw it in as a Wednesday type video just because I am tired of these how-to videos, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Like, they just don't seem to ever end. And this winter has definitely gone on a lot further than any of the other winters, because, man, I'm like getting all these Facebook memories and stuff like that, and it's like 2 years ago at this time, like the Angry Ginger and I had already gone to like Drumheller at this time, and it's like this year it's like, well, I mean, you can take a look around. I mean, there's still snow all over the ground, and there's snow forecasted for like the next 2 weeks, and the highest temperature is like barely above freezing. So, I mean, that's definitely frustrating. I'm definitely not venturing too terribly far out of my area, just because there is the very real possibility of snow and ice on the road, and this bike is, it's rather light and nimble, and thought I was going to get hit there for a second. It's definitely early in the season for motorcyclists to be out, so you got to be careful at this time of the year. As for how am I feeling right now, like at this temperature, I'm super layered up. Like I've got a thermal liner on, a long sleeve t-shirt, the liner in my jacket, and then I've got the jacket on, and then I've got these thick-ass winter gloves on, and then, just my regular boots and whatnot. I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean, this Z125 does not offer the slightest bit of protection, but, if you take a look right in front of me there, you got a doggo in the back of the Subaru there. He's just having a good time. I'm just slowly working my way back home now. I really didn't go much further than about 10 kilometers away from my house. And then, so now I'm kind of working my way back. I hope that you guys definitely enjoy this new view. Like, if I do end up putting this on YouTube, I'm definitely very excited to see what I can do with it when it comes to like once I can actually get out and go downtown and stuff like that. Like then, you know, when I go on that favorite strip of mine, that Stephen Avenue, I mean, you guys can actually like hit the pause button and take a look around. And, you know, then you're not like relying on me to just be like, hey, check that out. And then, you know, like some of the cool parts too is you guys might notice stuff that I missed, and you can go back to it and be like, hey man, check this out at, you know, at your like 5 o'clock or whatever, and it'll be like, oh cool. The mount that this thing came with isn't very good, so I did actually order a ram mount that is going to work perfectly for that, and it'll kind of get you up a little bit higher about here, and then I think I can actually tilt it forward a little bit, because right now I'm guessing you're probably getting a lot of the top, and then like you're kind of getting me here, and so you're not getting as much of the road as you should. So that's why this is definitely an experimental process, and we're gonna work on it from there. And yeah, Skunk 72, check out this right here. Like that's like 3.5 feet of snow, eh? So then you go and question my sunburn. I haven't seen the sun in 7 months, man. All right, you know what though, guys and gals? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and thanks for taking the time and watching.